Everyone, welcome back with me, Hasbaz, for game number 2 of this best of 3 series. The winner of this makes it through to the ESL Birmingham 1 SEA closed qualifiers. We have Tigers as well as Detonator. Tigers, they were able to take game number 1 with a very successful pushback. Dendy's SF even solo killing Ben-Hur in this mid lane. It's been ages since I've seen Dendy on such good form, but it is a pleasure to see him right back at it again.
5 seconds remaining.
Sorry, I just love how irritated chat is when you are ahead and you just won't be able to achieve anything. And I just remembered we're going to give Tigers that 1-0 point in my title.
Dire team pick.
So, let's have a bump into this draft now. We've sorted out all those technicalities. They ban out the Leshrac. Leshrac was a vital part of their pushing draft. He allowed them to push so fast on the side of Tigers. But this means Nature's Prophet slipping through the draft. And I don't know if this is an off-lane Prophet or how they like to play it. But we're going to find out how Tigers like to play their Nature's Prophet. Rip dreams. Don't miss a kill. For $20, will I not miss a kill? You know, I try not to miss kills anyway. The money just makes it even worse. Like, if I miss the kill now. I do try anyway. But 14:37. Chat says he likes to go for push drafts. Let's see if they're correct about it.
Radiant team pick.
Vengeful spirit.
They take the Vengeful Spirit away from the side of Tigers. We saw the work 14:37 was able to do with it. Get those early kills, get the good disable, the minus armor, allowing them to take that Roche. So and as you know, I actually really like the Vengeful Spirit taking it with the Enigma, because Vengeful Spirit obviously has that BKB piercing disable. So he's someone you could take without much committal for the side of Tigers to disable that early black hole. So removing the Vengeful Spirit from something they're able to pick, that's really heads up play there. For the drafting of Detonator. They will just take Bane. That is a possibility. But when I say Vengeful Spirit is better than Bane versus Enigma, because he has the two charges on the swap. So even if you have a Lincoln State, even if you have a BKB, Vengeful Spirit is still able to stop Black Hole. And Bane, if you have BKB Lincoln Sphere, is not able to stop the Black Hole. But it looks like they've taken the Doom. And that's someone to fight up against Enigma. They love this hero in Velo. We saw it in our first game of the day with Tigers. How well he plays the hero.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
So Omni Knight ban.
Remaining.
That is a really interesting ban. We saw very little of this hero at the majors. Who was it played by? Was it played by Pain? Or it was played by one of the teams. Yeah, it was played by Talbot and Pain Gaming. He was the one who was really playing this Omni Knight, and it seems Tigers know enough to respect it. Maybe because they're going to pick a very high physical damage hero, and you just don't want that Guardian Angel. But like, I'm very curious. I would like to see what they pick, and if that tells me why they banned out this this Omni Knight. But anyway, we're waiting for some bans from Detonator.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Sorry. Did I say Digital Chaos? I meant regular Chaos, but yeah.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Juggernaut.
So they take the Juggernaut for the side of Detonator, removing it. We saw how well he played it on 458. But I think they're more than happy to lose that hero. They haven't banned out the Lich. But I mean, this is probably a 5 Venge.
10 seconds remaining.
But it might be a 5 Venger for Enigma, and so it could be an offlane Venge as well.
5 seconds
This draft of
remaining.
Detonator, it's pretty damn flexible at this point in time.
Radiant team pick.
Lion.
And the Lion. So, the Lion is what we saw Raven play. So I think this might be a 4-position Lion. And then the Nature's Prophet is going to be played by Theban, I guess. 1437. Because Velo has to be playing the Doom. So this is a 4-position Lion. Raven, he played it pretty well the first game we saw him in.
10
He didn't
seconds
get as much
remaining.
farm as I usually like to see from the 4-position Lions. But we'll see. Yeah,
5
Detonator
seconds
are just...
remaining.
seem to be block picking. So, time ticking down now for the side of the Detonator. They really need to think about their 4th pick. This is probably going to show us how their draft shapes up. And then we'll allow Tigers to get some sort of response. Yeah, I think Enigma's a 4-position hero. That's how we've seen him being played. You know, he goes to the offlane, denies the range creep, and then goes to jungle. And it's much better on the Radiant side because you could go to that triangle and the 2 stacks. It's easier to get to. So yeah, I think it's definitely a 4-position Enigma.
Dire
But
team
Detonator, with only 3 seconds remaining, they're gonna take the offlaner in the Sven. Sven, I like, as he offers good disable. Okay, so I think the Sven he's mainly there for the Warcry, but Tigers, they haven't picked a lot of physical damage that you need to be countering with this Warcry.
10 seconds
I'm a
remaining.
bit curious about this Sven pickup.
5 seconds.
You think Sven pos 4, pos 3 Enigma? I think Enigma pos 4, Sven position 3, but we will find out soon.
Radiant team ban.
Pugna.
A Pugna pickup. Okay, so that's good versus the Juggernaut. You know, obviously have to decrep yourself. Decent versus the Sven. But, you know, the real thing is, all these heroes, none of them are that squishy. There's no real target for the Pugna to be able to burst, and I think this is going to be a Dendi Pugna as well.
10 seconds remaining.
But, okay, there we go. This is what chat is saying. It's a push
5
trap.
seconds
With the
remaining.
level 4 Nether Blast, they'll be able to push, able to
Dire
siege.
team ban.
Ban for the Spectre again from the side of Detonator. I think you ban a mid hero who you don't want to play against. If you're the side of Tigers, who don't you want to play against? You're fine playing against the OD because you have a Pugna. Maybe Puck. Maybe ban Puck. I think because he's able to set up for the big black hole with the Dream Coil.
10
Also hold
seconds
people in
remaining.
position for the Juggernaut. That's who I would ban if I was
5
Tigers.
seconds remaining.
But obviously I'm not Tigers, and they're much better at drafting than me, and they know what they want to accomplish. The carry for the side of Tigers, I mean, he loves that Terrorblade. It's Terrorblade and Morphling, I think. I'm actually surprised they ban out the Spectre, if I'm honest, for the side of Detonator. I don't feel it fit well with this Tigers lineup.
Dire team pick.
So they do ban out that Puck. Good predictions so far. People are suggesting the Lycan, but I don't think Lycan's very good because you have the Sven, he has the ability to kill all your summons, and the Warcry will help keep your supports alive.
10 seconds.
Like, I think it's probably Terrorblade here, if I'm honest. It's Terrorblade and Morphling, and I think more likely Terrorblade. And the thing is, one of the best heroes versus the Terrorblade is the Outwards of Aura, but you don't really want to be picking the OD into the Pugna just because you'll kill yourself on his Netherward. But we'll see. We'll see what pans out.
Radiant team pick.
Ursa! Okay, so I was wrong. I was very wrong. Ursa obviously matches well versus the Juggernaut. So are they going to aggro tri-lane versus the Jug? They have to win early for the side of Tigers. Like, Ursa is good versus the Sven Jug. But I'm just very worried about him getting kited. They have, 3 good stuns. They even have the swap to be able to save people with Venge.
5 seconds remaining.
And the mid lane Kunkka, that's a lot of D-push. And even more kiting for the Ursa with the X and the Torrent and the boat. I think we're going to a game number 3, guys. I think Detonator's going to take it. However, if you think I'm wrong, tell me in the chat, who do you think is going to win this game? Okay, Lepinskas, you think Pugna has a free
10
game?
seconds remaining.
3 melee. They do have 3 melee chords. That's actually something
5
worth noting.
seconds remaining.
That's a really good point. That's why Ursa's so good. Okay, I didn't think about the fact they were 3 melee. But you can see that it is an offlane Vengeful Spirit. And it's a 5 position Sven. So it's the offlane Vengeful Spirit. So with that farm priority, she's going to be able to kite the Ursa, I think. Wait. Doom position 1? When did this happen? Okay, I think we need to rethink about this draft. I still think I prefer the side of... I still prefer the Detonator draft. But I'm really curious to see how this pans out.
I feel better. Prepare for battle.
I gambled. You lost. Handsome devil, aren't I?
The tips do come through onto the Nature Prophet.
So sweet.
Sam H telling Raven, we know what's up. Okay, so 458, is he just going to build, Phase Boots, Midas, get so greedy into a Radiance? Because we said this felt like a bit of an early game draft from the side of Tigers. But yeah, so they're going to let the Doom solo, which I think makes sense. Because I think you prioritize Velo shutting down their Juggernaut. But that's why they've sent Skem to the top lane to lane versus his Doom. Give him the more advantageous lane. They realized they were going to try and tri-lane into him.
30 seconds.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some musical lanes as soon as they realize that this Juggernaut is top.
I gambled. You lost. Handsome devil, aren't I?
So Are they going to support for 5-8, or are they just going to make him solo? That's what I'm curious about.
The
I'm honest.
battle begins.
Yeah, Community Camp 88. That's what I'm talking about. You know, Detonators, it feels like they win eventually, you know? Like, they don't have to push it. They don't... they don't have to fight very hard. But Tigers, it really feels like they have to make something happen with this game if they want to win it. This Sam H, they're diving the trees here with Raven. He does have a whole bunch of treants already summoned. But in this top lane, 458 is all by himself. This is what we talked about. Enigma, he is using the Eidolons, denying that range creep already. But Doom has the regen, has the Devour. So he will be able to get gold no matter how badly this lane goes. Mid lane, Dendi currently on top. Last game we saw him solo kill Ben-Hur. I didn't miss any kills last game and I won't miss any kills this game. Did they keep blocking this big camp so that they're not able to execute the pull? I think that's really heads up play by the side of Detonator. At top lane, you just have both the carries 1v1ing each other. Because... But remember, this does mean that Detonator do have a jungling Enigma who's not going to get any pressure. We caught that kill. We caught the kill on the Vengeful Spirit as she fell down. And then we catch the other kill onto Fly Solo. So lane seems to be going the way of Tigers. I'm curious, they just managed to get the Earth Spike into a bunch of damage on the Vengeful Spirit. Sam H is playing too aggressively. I caught that kill. You saw Vengeful Spirit fall over. You caught it. You caught the kill. You saw her fall. Anyway, over here, 458. He's actually put 2 into the Scorched Earth. Does he know that Scorched Earth doesn't give regen anymore? It actually, you know what? It is allowing him to harass back the Juggernaut just by standing against the Doom. So I guess that's what they're thinking about. But remember, all while this is happening, having a free time jungling. Sam H, do they have the catch for him? He hasn't leveled into anything. The Raven could level into the Sprout if he wanted it. And they're actually just chasing forward even further. Just running at this Venge. Aced onto Fly Solo. They have the X as well as Instant Torrent. The stun isn't going to be enough to kill off Dendi. He doesn't have the mana for the Decrepify. The Hex, he pops the bottle, so he is able to use the Decrepify on this mid lane. He actually even doesn't feel the need to use it. Nice TP in there by 1437, saving the Pugna. And now Sam H, he has the stun. He's going to have to need to use it. But it doesn't allow him to save himself. But with the illusion, is he able to get the kill onto Fellow? Yes, he is getting that last click with his illusion. No kills missed today. So this is what we talked about. He's got 2 points into the Scorched Earth. And it's actually just wearing down the Juggernaut. He needs to be careful. He's taking a lot of damage. Although Skem is fighting up with 2 points in Blade Dance. But he just doesn't have the regen ability of the Doom. As well as Doom, he has this bonus attack speed thanks to the Hellbear Smasher. Finally, this big camp has managed to spawn. 1437. He sees this Arcane Rune. He's going to try and save it for Dendi. But over here, they do manage to get a kill with the help of Sam H as well as Fly Solo. But it looks like Fly Solo, he might have to pay for that with his life. The stun from Sam H, is it going to allow them to save Fly Solo? I don't think so, because under the tower, they do successfully get the kill. So Velo trading support for support. TP forward with Raven. He does have teleportation. He doesn't have Sprout, but they have the stun. They built up a whole bunch of Furry Swipe stacks, and that's going to be another kill on Sandwich. Actually, he pops the stick, but I still think they have enough. The last pick coming in from 1437. So Doom pos 1. What is he building? He hasn't really given it away yet. I think he might go phase boots Midas, or he might try and rush that Midas. Oh, they have him as well. He does have a point into the Maledict. Sorry, Maleficent, but is it going to be enough? He's taking a lot of damage here on the Juggernaut. He does need to be careful. That Scorch Earth, I think you might have been able to man up, but run away from the spin. Just playing it safe on the position 1. And there is going to be a 3-for-1 bounty rune exchange. So Tigers, 1k advantage at this point in time. He also got stunned. That's the Infernal Blade, yeah. Yeah, I mean, he had the Malefice, yeah. So over here, Sam H, they're going for him again, but they have Fly Solo. And now you're under the tower. You don't have backup on this Ursa. Bello, has he overextended? I think he might have. He doesn't even have the Stone Earthshock, but having his completed phase boots means he's going to be just fine. On the top lane, they're looking for the Doom, but actually Doom, he's the one looking for 458. Is he going to get that kill? Yes, he does. He just goes down to the burn. These 3 points in the Scorched Earth, I didn't believe in it, and it seems I was wrong. And he can turn around now. The spin has ended. But Pigs coming out on the bottom lane. Are they going to take this tier 2 tower? They do. Sorry, tier 1 tower. They do manage to get the tower. The deny. Getting off by Sam H, but that's a very early tier 1 tower for this tri lane. Well, for me, he has level 6, but he doesn't have the mana for the Doom. He's running him down here with the spins, and he's not going to be able to survive. So a solo kill for that carry on the other carry. They'll be more than happy with that by the side of Detonator, and we're experiencing a bit of lag here. But over here, teaming back is Raven, and they see Velo. The stun, it connects onto both of them. Do they have enough to follow it up? I don't think they do. They'll be able to kill off Fly Solo, but Sam H will be able to escape. Worth noting, Kunkka, he's rotating into top lane, and this allows Dendi just to lay into this mid tower with the level 3 Nether Blast. X onto Vengeful Spirit, he uses the stun, but that means he doesn't have anything to hold back Velo. Fly Solo, he's back, but Velo, they don't have phase boots. Velo, his phase boots off cooldown pretty damn soon, as well as that Orb of Venom. They have a stun into another stun, and that should allow them to save the life of Sam H. And we miss a kill on the Doom top. Okay, that's probably, that counts. Ugh, I was doing so well. Oh well. In this top lane scam, he successfully managed to take that tier 1 tower after killing off the Doom. Doom lost his second life, but they have the Hex into the stun onto line. Do they have enough damage coming out from Velo? I don't think so. He's only level 4 compared to the level 7 of the Kunkka. He tries to bring him down, but they even rotate in scam. So Velo, they do kill off this Ursa once again. So a lane what used to be looking very good after losing Velo a few times, as well as their Doom twice. This laning stage now feels like it's in favor of Detonator. Scam building his phase boots. He actually has the money for it if he manages to get things he needs from base. Actually, no, he's building treads actually over the phase. Changed up his mind, wants to go hard farm on this Juggernaut. Velo getting drums. He really needs that level 6, as well as I think a point in Earthshock won't go amiss. But Ben-Hur, level 7 compared to level 7 of Dendi. Takes a fair amount from that Decrep as well as the Nether Blast. But we hear the spin with the Juggernaut just farming up the jungle actually. And is this going to allow 458 to be able to recover? He needs a little bit of gold for the Gloves of Haste. He needs 2 more CS. Sorry, 3 more CS. Making sure to get it. And now he'll be able to go to the side shop and get his Midas. Top lane, they're going in on the Doom again. Are they going to connect with both? Yes, they are. He does manage to get off the Midas before he dies, but 458, those are 3 costly deaths on him. But seeing everyone in the top lane, it seems Dendi, he wants to push this tier 1 tower, and he's going to be able to get it with that double damage stream. I don't think he even needs the Nether Blast.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
This Gem, what is he building on this Juggernaut? He looks like he's going for that Yashima Maelstrom build. No Battle Fury today. Doom actually leveled into Doom at level 6, but we just haven't seen him achieve anything. And now he sees Ben-Hur, but he doesn't have any follow-up if they want to be able to go for a kill. So level 6 on Velo, level 6 on Raven. Summoning the Treants again, they're putting pressure into this tier 2 tower. That's actually forced them to glyph for the side of Detonator. Things still feel very even. But I do feel that Ben-Hur has made a very big impact. We're going to switch over to net worth, actually on time for this game. And 75 gold for Dendy, sniping off that healing ward. That's going to allow them, I think, to push back this push on Detonator. There's actually no glyph on the dire side, so I take that back. And Fly Solo, looking for someone on the high ground. They do have detection for this Doom. Doom isn't going to go down once again. They successfully land the stun, but he was healing up. But he has Black Hole. He's not even going to need to use it. 4-5-8. Again and again, they're just punishing this Doom pick. They did manage to kill the Radiant Courier in the mid lane, it seems. Velo will be happy about that one. He's got his level 6 and he's building drums, I think. Or at least he was. Yeah, there we go. Completed drums on the Courier. But successfully killing off the Doom Detonator. They're doing to Tigers what they did to them last game. They're taking these early tier 2 towers.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
They got TP out from Sam H. They just don't have the disable. They see RR, but no disable on this Raven support.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This is really why I thought 1437 we were playing the Nature's Prophet. I just prefer the line when he gets some items. Tigers, it just feels like they're being kited all around the map this game. And they only have stuns with the Lion, and you have an Ursa. He wants to be able to stay on top of people to do damage. The ultimate from Raven comes out, actually finishing off the Sven, not letting Dendi get the suck off. But Ben-Hur, he has the return of the X. He's successfully caught onto Velo. They have a stun. He does have the ultimate, which might buy him some sort of time. But the swap back, they're just going to cut it out. Even committing the black hole. These early black holes, it doesn't matter. You weren't going to get a big one. You have no blink dagger. But they found the jug. They have the doom. And that's going to be some easy finger damage if they want to use it. No, not committing the finger. Being very reserved here by 1437. I want everyone to know I would have fingered. I would have done it. I would have sniped that kill away from my doom. But I think they realized that they need that damage, and hopefully, knowing that the finger's not off cooldown, they're able to go for another kill. Finally, 458 has killed his nemesis in the Juggernaut. He'll be happy about that one. So he has Midas Phase Boots. I'm curious if he builds Radiance, or what is the build on a one-position Doom? Oh, they've actually rushed into Roshan. They must have smoked in there because it seems there's no response from the side of Detonator. They don't know that this is happening. The Treants are attacking Roshan up for Velo. He pops his ultimate. Still no idea. Sam H, he does have Wave of Terror off cooldown. But Roshan's going to be dead by then. Velo, easy Aegis for the side of Tigers. A nice sneak by them. Ben-Hur just using the X to push out riskily. He's building towards the Shadow Blade first, but do they realize where he X'd himself? Yes, the pings are actually right on point. He does have TP, and without 1437, you have nothing to cancel TPs. Dendi, are you building Atos first? No, he's building Guardian Greaves on the mid lane Pugner. Interesting. Sam H, they found 458 again. The Ursa, he Omni Slashes on top. That's going to be an easy kill onto Doom. And now the rest of them, they actually buy back on the Doom. Juggernaut, he's trying to spin away. But do they have anything to be able to stay on top of him? The X, the boat, it connects 1437. They use the Finger of Death. I'm not sure who it was on. It just doesn't get any sort of kill. They really want this Juggernaut, but Sam H swapping him back. They brought back on 458 for this, and there's nothing for the side of Tigers. And Detonators, they're actually the ones initiating here. Are they going to be able to take it this Aegis? He's used his ultimate, so he'll be able to kill you once again. Ben-Hur with that Tidebringer hit. 458, Doom, it is coming off cooldown, but I don't think this is what you really want. The stun, the X, and that's going to be another kill on top of this Ursa. He's being healed by Dendi from the high ground, but I don't think it's really going to do much. They are going to be able to kill off this Juggernaut with the help of the Doom and his ultimate. Will they get the deny, though? They're going for the deny. They don't successfully manage to get another buyback here from Velo, and they do kill more. It looks like this fight, they have stuck around a tiny bit too long on the side of Detonators. He slowed down. They do miss with that torrent. Oh, he's going to TP out. Do they have the stun for him? It looks like they don't really care about him. They want the Kunkka. And they're going to get him. How many buybacks was that? I think that was 2 buybacks. Slowed down by the Infernal Blade as well as the Lion Slow. At long last, they do manage to kill Ben-Hur. So, what a fight, man. I really don't know what to say. 8-7-6, so it did go in favor of Tigers. But although 2 buybacks committed. That just took so long for that fight. And I have to say, I don't know how I feel about, you know, I assume he's building Guardian Greaves because he has Mechanism on this Punga. Like, I really feel Punga needs, you need an Atos, you need an Ether Lens if you just want to be effective. But over here, they're chasing down Sam H. He does have the 2 swap charges. They have vision for him. They need 1437 to make the initiation, but with the TP of someone there, they've found Velo again. Velo has no buyback, stunned up. He has the stun. He has the mana for Black Hole once he pops the Arcane Boots. Velo popping his ultimate. Is he going to be able to escape? 1437 most certainly isn't. And I don't think Velo is going to be able to escape either. 2 kills in this mid lane. And remember, Velo brought back, so no Ursa for 50 seconds. I know lots of mechs do build mech, and I would have gone for mech, but I feel you need like a little bit of an early game initiation item. Because otherwise you're not able to go for this push. That's why you see Vipers build Atos into the mechanism.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, if it's Fata did used to build mech, but let's be honest, does anyone still think he's on NIP after that performance last major? Like, I think the time of mids rushing mech. It just feels like such a low impact item.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And they are controlling this high ground. They have vision of it for the side of Tigers. And Denny, he's trying to get that kill, but he's stunned up. Fly solo, he's running. They connect with the Torrent as well. 1458 lays down the Doom onto the Kunkka. And all the meanwhile on this backlane, they found RR. So next in their clutches is going to be this Kunkka. He's not able to pop his phase boots, but the Juggernaut Omnislash to Velo, he has his ultimate off cooldown, so he's not able to get it. That Omnislash is going to save the life of his mid laner as well as claim Velo's life. And they're just sticking around Ben-Hur. He doesn't care at all. Raven, meanwhile, has put on a clinic and split pushing, already successfully claiming this tier 2, and he's built a Midas as well. So 2 Midases for the Tiger side. It looks like they just want to scale and take the slate, something I wouldn't have thought was their objective. Ben-Hur, they do have the Sprout. He has the X. Sprout as well as Dendi. Dendi, does he have enough damage? They don't connect with the boat and the Torrent, and it looks like they're going to be able to turn this around. Dendi the mech, it does save the life of Raven, but he doesn't connect with that Nether Boss. And Decrep, will he get off in time? Yes, he does, but there is magic damage in a second here coming out from this Vengeful Spirit. And they do kill Dendi with that conclusive Tidebringer. The Raven, not realizing that there were a whole bunch of people in the area baiting Dendi to his death. So 458, is this a BKB? He's rushed BKB. Interesting. With the vision up here, they've successfully caught onto this line. 1437 just being eaten away by this wolf of RR. The kill in the end does go to Sam H. And this is the last tier 2 on the map remaining. They have the Alpha Wolf Aura. They even pop the BKB off of it. It looks like they really want to fight here for the side of Tigers. Remember, Tigers, they don't have their Doom up. Fly Solo, is he going to be the only kill they get? 458 caught on the back line. They've managed to catch Raven in the black hole, but it's only onto one. They do manage to kill it. Got the black hole. Lots of them caught by that Stormhammer, but RR, he looks like he's going to be next. Sam H is dead. Are they going to kill Raven? Yes, they are. Ben-Hur, he takes that kill, but now Ben-Hur, he's the one they really want to be catching. He lays down a torrent behind him, but not dodged by 458. So you managed to kill off 3 people, but none of them were the cause. You didn't catch either the Juggernaut or the Kunkka. And Venge, you know, pretty low down in the net worth. The Enigma even ahead of her. Omni Slash coming off cooldown pretty damn soon. This Invis rune, is it going to make for a good kill here? And he pops down the Nether Ward, just feels something's up. Both of them are Invis. Are they going to commit to try and kill Dendi here? Because you could go for an X as well as the spin. Dendi caught inside the torrent. He has the spin, so even though you decrep yourself, it's not going to save your life. But it looks like they do just want to kill the Sven. And now Velo, he's been caught out as well. He did manage to pop his ultimate in time. BKB as well as Doom onto the Juggernaut. They have the Finger of Death. Is that going to be enough? Most certainly with the Scorched Earth, they will finally finish off the Juggernaut. They don't know where he is, but I think he will tick down to that Doom. It looks like it's going to be pretty close. With that crit, thanks to the Afterwoof Aura, they do get that kill by the side of Tigers. But they are just blowing through their buybacks one after another after another. And it just feels like Tigers, even though they might be winning fights, and I said that with air quotes, I know you can see that, it just feels like they feel so pressured to achieve something. On the side of Detonators, they don't have this pressure on them as well. Kunka, boat, connects. He needs a splash with this Tidebringer. Velo, he does manage to pop off his ultimate, but they're just going to wait for it to end. He's kiting it with the X into the trees. He really wants this Tidebringer hit because remember, Tidebringer off a creep does more damage because if you look at it, it's 165 cleave damage. So it amplifies your damage by 65% if you hit them with a cleave instead of directly with the Tidebringer. So, 458 had that BKB in the last fight. Seems he wants Shiva's God next. And he is number 1 net worth for his team. I guess with the Devour, has he taken Devour bonus gold? He has taken Devour bonus gold. But just what can a Doom do? What can a 1 position Doom achieve?
Dire are scanning.
But it's worth noting that Raven, he is playing his Nature's Prophet like a core with that Midas, with the Vladimir's offering. And he's getting a pipe for his team to... Pipe? Is there that much magic damage? I would have got Crimson God, but I don't know how I feel about Pipe.
Radiant are scanning.
Anyway, smoke from the side of Detonator into the jungle of Tigers. Are they going to find someone? They do set down some sentries and some wards. I like this ward over here because it gives you this vision out over here. They realize where 458 is. And is he the one who they want to be able to kill? It looks like they were looking for an easy kill, then the tanky Doombringer, but they're not going to find it with no one on Tigers on that side of the map. They're all over here at the triangle. So Cleave got changed, not just Tidebringer, where Cleave takes into account armor. Yes, that did happen, but that isn't a recent change to Tidebringer. Or Prigger. But yeah, all Cleaves now take into account armor. Sven, Greater Cleave, Battle Fury Cleave. Because it used to be that it did even more damage because, as you said, even if you had 100 armor, it wouldn't matter because you hit a creep that had 0 armor and it was like you attacking with 0 armor. But over here, the swap, they do allow them to save the Enigma. Is he going to try and turn around with the Black Hole? They get the Doom out onto the Kunkka. The Omni Slash, it didn't allow them to net an instant killer. Now they're going to try and retreat. But the Healing Ward, he doesn't manage to kill it here on 458. It's a Black Hole. It's successfully onto Velo. Sitting in the Midnight Pulse, they also managed to bring down Doombringer. He buys back once again, but Dendi, he's not going to be able to live through this. The stun coming off cooldown in 1 second. Wave of Terror to give the vision, but it looks like 1437 is going to be the one they have to settle for. 458 trying to fight up against this Federal Spirit, but Skep, he just doesn't care. The Doom, it's faded off as well. The boat, it does connect onto Raven. The stun, 458, he brought back for this, and he's not going to be able to escape the stun from Fly Solo. Now they want even more. Are they going to catch 1437? It doesn't look like it. Raven also not successfully TPing out, and with those kills, knowing the Doom has no buyback, I think they're just going to siege high ground. They're pinging it out. Detonator, looking like they're going to be able to come out on top of this game number 1, I think.
Under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
Big yikes indeed, Lonely Thoughts. So that is going to be the first lane of Rax. They don't even want to contest it. You can see Velo, he's TPing out to farm. He's building his BKB as well. Everyone just feels so under-farmed in this game from both sides. Just because they've been fighting, buying back this entire side. This entire game from the side of Tigers. And can they defend? There's just 2 lanes of Rax. Okay, I'm going to be honest. The wave clear on the side of Tigers is also kind of lacking. I'm pretty sure I think Detonator have done it. And Tigers, if they want to preserve morale, they might call a GG right now. Velo, he's been caught in the X-Boat combo. He does have his ultimate that's going to keep him alive. So no more committal by Ben-Hur. But with that, they're just going to go to Roshan. They've taken 2 lanes of racks, so they know Tigers have to deal with the lane pressure.
Gold for my chest.
And actually, they're not going into Roshan.
Is under attack.
I really thought they would commit harder for the Rosh, but they're not doing it.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And Ben-Hur, how are we doing? 458, they connect the stun on him, but no one there to follow up. Just a bit of harass from Fly Solo. But yeah, the side of Detonator, they're just so tanky. So he's going for the second Rosh, but they successfully scanned it out by the side of the Radiant. And I don't think they're going to let them have another one. Not with the Guardian Greaves, ultimate the Enigma. Fly Solo, he does pop his Warcry only onto himself. The Torrent trying to scan it out, but Velo, he's deep in the pit. Do they know? Do they think he left when that Torrent didn't connect? They know he's there. Definitely now with the Wave of Terror. They have to go get it, but Velo just pops his BKB. He successfully got the Aegis on Cheese on top of him. That's a nice stun onto the 3 of them. They pop the BKBs, Velo, with the force to the high ground, saving the life of Fly Solo. Damage, swap forward. They know he has no buyback. Are they going to be able to kill off this dude for a second time? His BKB, Black Hole, not for another 18 seconds. But Ben-Hur has a BKB of his own. He's held in by the X. The Omnislash is actually bouncing around the creeps, but he does manage to get the last hit on top of 458. Velo, he doesn't have his ultimate either, but he does have Aegis. But it looks like they want Raven. They don't care about the Ursa. They do manage also to kill off Lion, the Juggernaut. He was pursuing him, and we're going to see the Nature's Prophet Raven. He tries to TP away, but they have the X. They bring you right back after you TP away. The tip, the death.
The forest.
So that's 2 lanes of racks already claimed. Are they looking for more? All they lost was their Vengeful Spirit in that engagement. I know they have Aegis for the side of Tigers, but I think they're just going to look for the throne. They know there's no buyback on their carry. They know there's no buyback on the Doom. And they just have so much sustain thanks to these Guardian Greaves and also Black Hole. But it looks like they don't want to rush it. They're just going to settle down. They're going to take shrines. And then I would expect someone to draw this arrow on the map and say, let's take this last tier 2 tower.
Dire's top shrine has fallen. Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
Just this one position Doom, it's felt totally ineffective. I really thought they would go for something like the Terrorblade. Allow 458 to be able to carry the game, and he's just not able to do it on this hero. Even though he has the most farm for his team, it's just not enough. Juggernaut, totally not afraid of the Doom at all, knows his ultimate's off cooldown, and just clears through that wave in almost a second with the completed Molyneux, as well as the SMY. And this is what we talked about. They've grouped up, they've taken the last tier 2 tower, and are they afraid of anything? Enigma, as is Black Hole. They're not afraid. They have Healing Ward, they have Ben-Hur, they know there's no Doom. They do successfully decret the Juggernaut, but I don't think they care too much about that. They have lost their creep wave, and that will be a bit costly.
X marks the spot.
I'll wait for another creep wave, and then I think we can expect to see the siege resume. But no, they're just backing off. Controlling this triangle, hoping someone else comes down, so they're able to get the kill. Assault Cuirass is next item on the agenda here for Ben-Hur.
Invisibility.
And the Nature's Prophet, he TP'd down just to push out these waves. So now, going forward, do they connect with the Lucky Torrent? They do connect with the Torrent onto the Doom, as well as an X onto Dendi. Does this mean they're going to connect forward? They successfully got the Doom onto the Kunkka. The Guardian Greaves, is it going to be enough to be able to save him? They do kill the Kunkka very quickly. The Omnislash is onto all of them, but there is a Crimson Guard aura. And it didn't really do that much damage. The Guardian Greaves healing them up. He's TPing out here on the Juggernaut. A bad engagement there by the side of Detonator. They successfully managed to hold this Vengeful Spirit in place, and Fly Solo, he'll drop to the Infernal Blade. So a great base defense by the side of Tigers. Who knew they had it in them? Yeah, Tigers defending their base. Only 4k advantage now for the side of Detonator. And Velo, he still has Aegis, and he's going to have a Basher. As soon as he kills this creep wave, he'll go to the side shop and buy Basher. Go buy it and then get it delivered. Recipe for the Basher right here. So 458 now pushing out mid lane. He has the Shiva's Guard. I do... Was I wrong in thinking they had a Crimson Guard? Because it looked like they did. But I can't see who it was on, so maybe they didn't have it. So, Skem, can he carry the team? There is no Doom. I wouldn't be surprised if they look to fight again. They have 2 lanes of racks. All they need is 1 more. And then this game looking even more grim for Tigers. Raven getting close, honestly, to the farm over on Ben-Hur with the help of his Midas and just the fact that he's a Nature's Prophet. He is building this Crimson Guard, so he is getting the 2 tank items that they really need for the side of Tigers. But yeah, that's a very good point by chat that we didn't see his black hole.
Radiant are scanning.
Smoke from the side of Tigers. Do they have an idea where they are? Fly Solo. He reveals the smoke and they hex him up first. The Aegis, it has expired on Velo. He does have his black hole if he wants to use it. The Shivas, it connects onto a whole bunch of them. They have the vision. The black hole, they've caught 2. They've caught 458 as well as the Nature's Prophet. Raven, he's dead. And it looks like they're going to be able to kill the Doom. No, Doom, he popped a cheese and he's going to be just fine. Vengeful Spirit swapping themselves back. Dendy, he's trying to retreat from all this. They successfully get off a good Centaur stun. But I don't think it's going to be enough. The Doom is leveraged out onto Ben-Hur, but they're losing Dendy. They buy back on Raven. It allows them to kill off Sam H, but will they be able to get Fly Solo? Velo, it looks like he really wants to be able to kill off Ben-Hur, but I think the Doom's going to expire, and then he should be able to retreat. But no, TPing forward on Raven. He has Sprout. He's caught inside the trees. Open up the trees with Velo, using that column play. Good synergy. So, actually, really good fight from the side of Tigers. It looked dreadful with that black hole, but they buy back on 40-37 as well as Raven, and they win the fight for the, I guess, 2 because of the 2 buybacks. What is happening in this game? Detonator, they looked so ahead. They had 2 lanes of racks, but Tigers, they don't even have blink daggers. It feels like they've spent like 1,000 buybacks by the side of Tigers. But they're successfully winning the fights with them.
Radiant's middle tower.
Raven now playing carry apparently for the side of Tigers. That honestly seems to be what's happening. And Skem, he has to carry the team. He has the full Satanic now. That means he should be a bit more tanky, able to hopefully do a bit more frontlining. Because it just feels like Skem, he uses Omni Sash as well as his spin and just feels like he has to retreat. They swap back into Velo. He hasn't managed to pop his ultimate in time. He does have the BKB. They've got the Spirit Vessel onto the Juggernaut. Juggernaut will have the spin to be able to disable it. Velo uses his ultimate. He's trying to retreat. Do they have the second swap? It looks like they're not quite able to get in range with the BKB. Just running away here on Velo. Ben-Hur, 1437. They know he has no buyback. TPing to the shrine. You might be taunting now, 1437, but they found you with Ben-Hur. They have the stun, but it doesn't matter. X, they have the stun from Fly Solo. Goodbye to this Lion. So they still haven't managed to penetrate the tier 3s, but they've taken down all the tier 2s for the side of Tigers. And even though they are 2 lanes of barracks behind, if we have a look at the net worth, you can see how close it is. Enigma has got the Blink Dagger on the Courier. This is where we can expect to see some big black holes. He hasn't had this mobility item at all before. So they know there's no Aegis. Black hole gonna be there for 25 seconds. I really think you should wait out the black hole. And Doom, he has finally bought that Radiance. I suggest it might be a possibility earlier on. They catch Velo actually in that torrent as well as a few more stuns. But the Nature's Wrath is going to be enough to send back the Juggernaut to swap forward to save the life of their Ben-Hur. Do they have the detection for it? The stun that Omnis lashes onto a whole bunch of the Crimson Guard. It's on the Radiant side. They don't manage to get the kill, but 458, will he go down? Yes, he will. There's no buyback on this dude Velo. They do manage to kill off Ben-Hur, but I don't think it really matters. The black hole, it only connects onto Dendy, actually. I thought he'd get a bigger one there on RR into the top of the air, but Dendy stunned up. He did decrepify himself in time, but it doesn't really matter with the decrep wearing it itself off. Able to get the kill into the Juggernaut. Dendy buys back almost instantaneously. Velo was trying to get away. Sven, are you going to kill off this Ursa? Ursa, does he have any sort of heal? He doesn't have any sort of lifesteal. Otherwise, he might man up versus Fly Solo. We're watching this chase. Fly Solo stun in 3 seconds, but Velo very, very fast. He has the phase move to the high ground. He didn't realize they had vision. He was hoping to bash him. when he walked up to the high ground, but the vision flies solo, tipping Velo as he kills him. And now, tier 3 tower going to be killed by the side of Tigers. Sorry, by the side of Detonator. Will they be able to claim this last set of racks? Dendi applying the suck onto this Vengeful Spirit. She's held as well as the finger. Will she drop to Spirit Vessel? I think she may. They have the Crimson Guard and the Healing Ward, but it's not quite enough. The Healing Ward not able to save them. Raven doesn't TP far enough to be able to find anyone. The Detonator, they finally at last managed to take this tier 3, but they haven't taken the racks. So Velo, how is he doing that? He has that bash, and finally, this is what we've been waiting for, the blink daggers on the Ursa. He went BKB drums before this, so they really haven't felt like they've had the initiation or the follow-up, you know, because if you send the Lion first, you know, there wasn't any follow-up at all. That's why Raven has actually been the one doing all the catch for the side of Tigers, you know, TPing in front of people. Doom affected by the Maledict, but he's going to be just fine. I mean, he is pretty damn farmed. But I just, you know, one position Doom compared to one position Juggernaut, I know what hero I would rather have. Velo is going to tank that bash. Needs to be careful in this hero. Smoke from a whole bunch of them. When I say whole bunch, I mean actually the entire side of Tigers are smoke. Damage. They know where he is because they all get affected by that wave of terror. Do they realize that smoke? They go forward. They blink forward with the Ursa. This is the reveal, but they don't protect the Doom as soon as he pops his BKB. So you successfully used their BKB, but Vengeful Spirit brought back. Are they going to retreat? They're not pursuing for more. The Doom kind of wasted, but they do successfully force a buyback by for the side of Detonator. Raven just split pushing this entire time. And Juggernaut, they scouted out that Roche is up. They have this black hole. They brought back. They know there's no Doom. This is the time to fight. Detonators. Are they going to be able to blow this game wide open? We're going to have a look at the buybacks. And you can see for the dire side, they really don't have many. But into Roshan they go. They take it so fast, this Juggernaut. A right-clicking beast. Also, completed his own basher. When did that happen? And he's on his way to his butterfly. Again, playing insanely well this game. You might be sending the treants into the pit, but it really doesn't matter. You're not there in time. On the backlines, they see, Dendi, you have no buyback. Going in is Velo. They have the boat, the Finger of Death. It's not going to actually kill the Sven. It doesn't do that much damage through his Warcry, but Dendi, he's sitting there. He's using the suck. The Omni Slash is on to 458. He does have buyback. It comes up just in time. Previously, he didn't have buyback, but it was ticking up. But now, the side of Tigers, I really think you should go back to high ground defense. This is where it was working for you, but Velo, he's killed off the Sven, and they buy back from 458. Ben-Hur, he's used the BKB, he's kept inside the trees, he's swapping in his Quelling Blade, but he's swapped out now by Sam H. They still have the Blink black hole. They haven't used their black hole. It feels like RR is saving it for the next game, if I'm honest. They have the Warcry. Are they going to be able to kill a 458 once again? I don't think they are. Sam H, he has no buyback in the trees. He's not going to be able to use his black hole. He's dead without his black hole. He does have buyback. They're running forward. 458. They get the vision. They know where Ben-Hur is. The boat, it doesn't really matter. They see where Ben-Hur is. Are they going to be able to blink forward? But the Juggernaut, he's the one. He has the cheese. He has the Aegis. Velo actually has the cheese, but they've forced the Aegis, and now they're looking for more. They have the stun. Do they have enough damage with Velo? The black hole, he buys back on RR. Is he going to be able to use it on time? They are losing their tier 4 towers for the side of Tigers. 458, he doesn't have the kind of regen. Will this finally force back the side of Tigers? But they've caught 458 inside this X mark. What a fight by the side of Tigers. Look at this freaking net worth graph. It's actually even though they are 2 barracks behind Tigers. Are they going to be able to win this game? If they do, it's going to be absolutely insane. I'm going to be honest. I wish RR would just commit to a black hole on a hero that doesn't have buyback. Like, he should just blink black hole the Doom and then they'll win the fights. Like, he's holding this black hole for the next game, if I'm honest. It's crazy. But Skem, he lost the Aegis, but didn't lose his actual life. Only the Aegis of the immortal life, so he should be feeling okay about that. Raven is building an assault cuirass. This is one farm Nature's Prophet, even overtaken for 5-8. And this is a Doom with that Devour Gold talent. It's worth pointing out. Kinetic Camp. That is a very amusing way to put it. Omnislash is off cooldown. They're just using the X mark to be able to safely scout this high ground. They will realize what's happening. Oh, sorry. Not safely scout the high ground, but get a good D ward. That was more important to them. I mean, the thing is, Raven is used to playing carry. So, you know, playing Nature's Prophet like this, he's able to get all this farm, able to put the team on his back, but in the mid lane. They smoked up Fly Solo, the only one revealing himself. They must have an idea that someone was there. I think that's how the smoke of Fly Solo was broken. By Dendi farming this camp. But Skem, back to the jungle where he belongs. He wants more farm. So, we're going to have a look at the buyback status. They have it on the Jug, Raven, as well as Ben-Hur. But no one else has them. This game, man, is absolutely crazy. And the thing is, even if this goes to Megas, imagine if Raven just builds Aghanim's Octarine. If he changes up his build and gets an Aghanim Scepter.
With me.
Like, they haven't got a Battle Fury on this Juggernaut. I mean, Fly Solo, hopefully, if it does come to that, will build, you know, a little bit of damage with Cleave. Well, this game is crazy. BKB as well as Doom still up. They have the double damage thrown into the air. Fly Solo. This is one of the heroes who doesn't have buyback. And they've actually gone right onto the Vengeful Spirit. She doesn't have buyback. The Finger of Death, it's going to be enough with the help of the Radiant. But the Omnislash onto 458. They use the Decrepify. They've got the Doom on top of this Kunkka. He did successfully get off his BKB, but now they're looking towards Velo. Remember, Velo, he does the cheese. He pops it instantaneously. And Omnislash, it's been used. And so they just use the Sprout. And they hold back this Juggernaut. They know there's no buyback on the Vengeful Spirit, but Raven, he has to go back. They've lost a tier 4 tower. So that was cheese used as well as the Doom, but they lost their Venge. But it seems Detonator don't care. They know that Doom is down. Are they seriously thinking about sieging high ground? Also, Dendi, I feel like I haven't seen much out of him. He's gone Guardian Greaves Dual Scepter, and he's building the Lotus Orb. Lotus Orb, this game? It's like, it's just weird itemization. Like, if we think about solo target things, they do have the swap and they do have the stun. But, you know, you don't want to be Lotusing Orb X because it doesn't really help you. And maybe Lotusing Orb off the Stormhammer. But it just feels like Dendi doesn't do any damage in the fights. You know, he's able to save people with the Decrepify, but Pugnas, they build... You know, they build Dagons, they build Ether Lenses, they have damage. And I just feel no one's afraid of the Dendi Pugna. Hello, he's getting an Abyssal Blade. That's going to give them more lockdown and finally a second reliable stun for the side of Tigers. So you won't just need 1437. Bello will be able to set up some sort of fight. Bello just pulling the mid creep wave so he's able to farm it safer closer to his team. I do like that. And Raven has the full Assault Cuirass completed. That's going to make the team a tiny bit tankier. Hopefully they are living through the Omni Slashes as a team now. Thanks to the Crimson Guard. Thanks to... And soon it'll be a bit easier with that +5 armor. They do see Skem. He has the level 25 talent with the 600 bonus health. That puts him at 4,000 HP with the Scuddy, as well as Satanic. That is one tanky Juggernaut. They see where they are with the pings all on this high ground. They know exactly where they are for Tigers. They understand what is happening here. 458, he's dewarding. They do manage to catch Dendi with that X. The Torrent, it actually doesn't connect. The Doom, he hasn't used it in time. He's being caught by those bashes. He's used the BKB. The Doom, it is again onto the Kunkka. This seems to be the target he's always going for. 458 being saved by the Decrepify. This is what we talked about. And now, Juggernaut, is he the one they're looking for? They've killed the Venge. Venge does have buyback, and Ben-Hur being stoned out. Juggernaut affected by Decrep once again, and the Spirit Vessel. He has his healing ward. Are they going to be able to snipe it? Yes, they are. Raven. He kills the healing ward. And now, are they looking to fight? They have Dendi fly solo. He's using his God Strength. They're all actually pretty low by the side of Detonators. No healing ward, but Doom is down. And they still have Black Hole. It's just, no one died except for the Vengeful Spirit. They did force her buyback. But that just means they're not looking to engage by the side of Tigers. Bello has that full Abyssal Blade completed now. And Skem, what do you build next? Like, do you go Boots of Travel into Moon Shard? Like, I definitely see a Moon Shard in his future, but I don't know what else. What else? Ben-Hur has the Assault Crowd. 1437, he initiates, but he didn't realize that Ben-Hur was there. But they're initiating on the bench. They realize he is the one who doesn't have buyback. But there's a lot of stun, and also a DD going to be picked up by Sam H, it looks like. They go forward, 1437. They have the Shiva Scott. Is he going to be able to fight this Lion? How is he so tanky? The swap back. Velo, they have Black Hole. They've used the BKB. Is he going to be able to kill off this Enigma before he gets his Black Hole? He pops his BKB. Will he use Black Hole from the high ground? It seems he doesn't need to. They're going to be able to kill Fly. So a Black Hole! It's onto 3 of them at last. This is what he's been waiting for this entire game here on RR. And finally, a big Black Hole, and it is fight deciding. Forcing the buyback on the Doom, and they're going to get Raven as well. Nothing to go through the trees, but they do have swap.
Double kill.
That is what RR was waiting for. That is what we like to see. Stephen Hawking might have been the one who proposed the theory of black holes, but RR is most certainly the one to prove that at last they do well and truly exist.
I feel better already.
And with that big fight, with all those buybacks forced, Detonator have finally taken a decent advantage of a 7k gold lead. And we're going to have a look at the buyback statuses. All that remains on the... No one has the one on the dire side. I really think they should try and win a fight then. Over here, they've got the Hex. They've got the double stun. 458 does have the Doom as well. Sam H, they know he doesn't have buyback, but he swaps actually into the Juggernaut, and he's able to get the Homage Slash. But the Crimson Guard, it's doing a lot of work. 458, please use your Doom. He uses Doom. It's on top of the Kunkka. He's being saved by Dendi to Crepify again. How many times have we seen this? Velo, they are trying to kill off this Vengeful Spirit, but they're not able to achieve it. Velo, the last one with buyback for the dire side. He's forced to use it, but they just don't care about the fact they're Doom. Dendi using his Yule Scepter, trying to escape into the trees. But a disastrous fight for Tigers. They were the one really looking to fight there, and they don't manage to get a kill. Forcing back another buyback.
That's nice.
But Velo right into the Roche pit. They must have an idea that this is happening on the side of Detonator. Please tell me someone's figuring out. But Roche, it's falling. A lot of Furious Fight stats. Remember, it is an exponential growth how fast Roche falls. Over here, they might lose 1437, but they are able to claim Roshan. And that is Refresher Roche, and it's going to give them the double Doom. They all TP back. They need to defend their racks. Actually, a big creep wave here in the bottom lane. And Juggernaut with the Arcane Rune, it looks like he's more than happy to go for this push. So, doesn't have 25 yet. BKB on 458. They've swapped in. They have the Doom with the Refresher Shard. They Doom on top of the Juggernaut. Are they going to be able to kill him? Is he going to be able to get away? The Black Hole, 9 seconds before they have it. It's a boat. It goes through. They pop the Abyssal Blade, but I don't think it's going to be quite enough. And now, Black Hole. 3, 2, 1. They're all together. Black Hole is back up. I think this might be game. The Aegis, it is on top of Velo, so they don't want to use it him. But 458, he does another, and it's a Black Hole. It's onto 2 of them. They don't have any buybacks. And I think finally, at long last, the side of Detonator have managed to call this game. But Tigers, they tried so well. They honestly started playing so well once they lost 2 sets of racks. But Detonator, there are no tier 4s. There are no towers. There are no barracks. And I think you just have to accept that this Gem Juggernaut has been able to defend. Without Permanent Sprout, you're not able to defend that tower. And the second Black Hole, he completes his Refresher Shot. He catches 2 of them. Dendy using himself onto the Air Raven, trying to save himself with the Sprout in the Shine, but he doesn't save Dendy. He even TPs deeper through his trees, but theirs is the Juggernaut. There's Skem trying to fight up against him. They're question marking now, but GG well played is called. And that puts us through to a game number 3. Detonator able to take this game number 2 of this best of 3 series. Insane.